Hey everyone, this is Scott Weidenkivowitz, and I am about to do an unboxing of the three-legged thing Eric. As you can see here, this is the case that it comes in, and it's a nice padded case. Actually, I was very surprised to see how cool this case is. I never used tripod bags, but if I ever needed to, I totally would. Or if I was doing a lighting shoot and I needed the extra tripod and just that one tripod and I needed to use a tripod as a light stand or something, anything, I could see myself using this. However, I've never used one in the past. It does come, so the case is really well padded, both on the sides, the bottom, and the top is even hard for good reason. But it does come with a pretty cheap shoulder strap, which I wouldn't use that either unless I really had to. The handle is very comfortable. It's very soft. Looks like there's some neoprene on the inside too as well. So I'm not sure why they built the case so well, but I can't really complain because it is really nice actually. So when we open it up, we're going to open it up and you can see here, you got the tripod in there, but then there's this pocket in here. And the pocket is actually zipped. So I'm going to unzip the pocket and you'll see inside I have an extension. If I'm using the tripod as a monopod, there's an extension here. Then there inside are some Allen keys, so to adjust, if I ever needed to adjust, to tighten the tripod or disassemble for anything, I can do that with the Allen keys here. And then they also sent me foot spikes as well. So this is really good if you're shooting in sand or dirt or anything and you want to make sure your tripod is digging into the ground. This is the perfect way to do it with these spikes. So I'm really grateful for these as well. All right, so that's what comes inside of here. And I'm going to put all this back into this little pocket here. So just to give you an idea of why I have the three-legged thing tripod is I photograph with an Arca Swiss style system, and I shoot with a Really Right Stuff tripod, which is a fantastic tripod. I love it. It's amazing for landscapes, but it's kind of big for travel purposes. And yes, I do travel with it, and I do have battle scars on the tripod from it getting banged around both in travel and on location wherever I am. I'm always shooting around mountains and rocks and dirt and whatnot, so the tripod has its battle scars. But I wanted to try a travel tripod, a true travel tripod, and see how they are compared to the bigger, more sturdy tripods like the Really Right Stuff. I even have a Manfrotto that was one of my first ones. So three-legged thing was kind enough to send me one to review. I'm not going to be comparing this to any other tripod, okay? I'm going to be just reviewing this tripod as a travel tripod. And that's it. So if you're gonna, down the line when the review is done, if you ask me in comments how this is compared to so-and-so, I am not going to tell you. But if you ask me questions about how it is as a travel tripod, I'll give you an answer. So let's dig in. So here we go, inside of the case. Let's move this out of the way. Inside of the case, you can see here this is the three-legged thing Eric, and you can see that it's folded actually backwards. Okay, the legs fold backwards, and it does that for travel purposes, right? So in order to open this, you actually have to bend the legs backwards like this, or I should say bend the legs normal like this, and then when you set it up, lock the legs into place, and then you can actually put the center post down a little bit. So I'm going to pause this, set the tripod up, readjust the camera I'm recording this with, and show you the tripod. Okay, so there you go. There you can actually see, you can see my cat's tail right here. My cat's hanging around my tripod right now. You can see the three-legged thing Eric in the distance, right there, next to the wall. And I'm going to go over there and adjust it real quick so you can see. And there's a couple things I want to show you. Take a look. So the first thing you'll notice is that you've got the Pullout Locks. So you got here the little, they don't click, they're more soft, and again you can see my cat's tail, sorry about that. And the legs, they go perfectly up. So this far is for your transporting, for when you're actually need to transport the tripod, not just carry it around. But you can actually go flat. So I can go 100% flat if I wanted to. I can even remove the center post completely, and then I can get the tripod all the way to the ground. I can also untwist this one leg, put on that other extension post that I showed you, take off the ball head up here, and then use this as a monopod. So not only do you have a tripod with you while you're traveling, but you also have a monopod if you needed to. So for example, if you were traveling to New York City and you had this tripod, or really most of the three-legged things, if not all of them, I don't know 100%, you can actually, if you go to New York City and you're traveling and you go to the High Line, it's one of the tourist destinations in New York City, they don't allow tripods. So you could pack up the tripod, but they do allow monopods, and you could unscrew this and turn your tripod into a monopod, and then you still have something to keep your camera sturdy. Okay, this is Ringo, by the way, my cat Ringo. Here's his tail. So you can see there's three legs, of course. It is a tripod, and it is a three-legged thing. You've got a bubble level up here, which is working. Yes, it is working well. You've got the padding that it comes with, which can be unzipped if you needed to. And this one has a bunch of extensions in the legs. It actually has, it's 4 posts, 3 locks, and it gets up to about my height, which is nice. So it's pretty compact, but it does get pretty high. So in addition to the legs extending pretty high up, you also have 2 extensions with the post. If you really needed to, you can get some extra distance, or you can just lock the top one and just use the bottom one. So I can see this being an issue with travel if the wind is there, because you're extending a lot of weak points, and the legs are pretty thin. But only way to know is to actually put it to use, because some tripods put in vibration dampening to help that. There's also a hook down here, so you can hang a heavy bag or weights or something down there to weigh it down while you're doing your shooting. The ball head, it's a ball head, as you can see. You can turn it different different ways. It does have the numbers in here, so you can keep track of doing panoramics and whatnot. And it is an Arca Swiss style. There is a benefit to their Arca Swiss style. So you can see here it is Arca Swiss style, and it's a twist lock in here. There's also a bubble in there as well, and on the side here, all of which are working. The extra benefit of this is you could, if you wanted to, use a Black Rapid or a custom SLR or one of those type of sling straps. Take off the piece here, put it in your system, and it'll still fit with a strap attached because they raise it up. But for me, the benefit of going with a three-legged thing, Arca Swiss, is because I can just use my L bracket for my really right stuff in this this mount, and not have to take off my really right stuff mount from my other tripod and put it on here. Everything will just work. So I'm really excited to put this to use, but I wanted to show you. It's very light too, which is nice, and my cat loves it. He's still hanging out right here by the tripod. So I wanted to show you the three-legged thing. I hope that you like how it looks, and I'll let you know how it functions out while I'm traveling. Thanks for watching.